Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to How Gripe.
Hello.
How
That
are
was
we?
weird.
We're all drinking our chosen sodas.
Yeah, because wait a minute.
No, I'm sorry.
You need a longer cord there,
I do.
kid.
Yeah, sorry about short cords.
But that's all right. It happens. We'll find him a longer cord.
Yeah.
That's what his wife says, too. We'll have to find him a longer cord.
That's what she said. Anyways, so what are we going to talk about today?
Well, we got lots of stuff happening here in town that we could talk about.
Okay.
Do you want to discuss this weirdo at the mall?
Yeah. We're always into discussing weirdos.
Well, we read the article. You didn't read it. Wow.
I guess there's a jet engine taking off. I don't know if the mic's picked it up or not.
That's louder than normal. Like, I've done, 10 podcasts here, and it's never been that loud. That's insane.
Well, I did move the ductwork around. You know, you shut off certain ducts in the winter and you open up different. So,
maybe that's it. Maybe you just
Yeah.
got more air moving down here than you used to. But anyway, so me and Matt read this article. I don't know if you want to read it or not, Mark, but it's pretty lengthy.
well, you can summarize.
Well, basically, there was a bridal show. I don't know if I don't know what a bridal show consists of. If it's just people trying to show bridal dresses and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. But anyway, there apparently was a woman that was doing part of the show with her daughter.
And in the show,
Yeah,
or
they
went to the show?
Well, no, they were in the show.
Okay.
They had a booth, or was working for somebody that had a booth, something of that nature. And this guy came up and started saying some weird stuff. Let me see if I can find. You want to take over the story while I try and find, or you can try and find, like she says in here, what he says. But, and I can, well, that way I can quote what he was saying to her.
The one educated guy. Would you please read this for us?
No. Just find it in the freaking article so I can read it
Right
while
here.
I'm talking.
He asked about things they offered, claimed he was looking for a friend who lives and is getting married in Phoenix, and asked her if she knew where she was, and she said, "Yeah, I can." And he goes, "Yeah, you're in the hub of it all: sex trafficking, human, child, it's all here." And saying this while staring at the young daughter.
And then, but down here, he's something about giving them a card.
If you want to be part of the sex trafficking, here's my card.
Well, no, it was a card, but it was a business card, she said, and it had the business, like, scratched out or, inked over, and then a handwritten phone number.
Oh, nice.
So
He said some crazy shit.
Yeah, he's
Hold on. Where's it at? And then proceeds to tell them she'd be snatched up so quick no one would know where she was missing.
What?
And then looked at my sister and said, "And don't act like you'd be okay. You'd be rung up and never seen or heard from again." Right here.
Yeah.
He at one point handed her a business card and was a business scratched out with the phone number written on it.
Yeah, the colleague told him something was moving to leave the both. So they tried to get this guy to move along, and then something about his sister tried to distract him or something. But anyway, so finally, apparently, mall security came over. The crack, $4 an hour mall security with the
Paul Bart.
Yeah, Paul Blart mall cop come over.
Blart, yeah, sorry, I always get the names wrong.
And apparently they were trying to get this guy to leave. And it said that he kept acting like he couldn't hear every time he said, "You need to leave." The guy would be like, "Huh? What? What? Huh?" Like
So he was like, "Mark."
Yeah, what?
Just kidding.
No, I'd be the guy staring at his finger like a dog. What are you pointing at?
So anyway, they finally get the cat to leave. And then in the comments, there's all kinds of comments about this guy being seen around the mall in different places and saying stuff. There's a woman that shows, like, here's another picture of the cops talking to him, or the mall security talking to him.
I seen a couple comments saying like that somebody had to throw him out of like jerseys.
Yeah.
Do we have like a name or something?
No, there was no name for it. But now there's another. I don't see the picture now, but it was earlier. I seen it. It was a woman that worked in the gas station across the way. So I don't know if it was the one that was over by where the old Golden Circle Mall was, or the one over by the old Hilton Motel. There was a gas station right there too. But apparently he left the person. They showed a picture of the security camera, and they said, "Is this the same guy?" And everybody's like, "It looks like it." But apparently he left a spray painted toy gun in their bathroom.
Oh, nice. Well, at least he left it.
But the cops have that. So if it is this guy, they have his fingerprints. And then I just showed you guys the video from Medina of a guy in an arcade where these two girls are playing a video game, like it's a double video game like this, and they got their camera set up, and you can see a window in the back so like their parents could watch it, and this goofy weird guy is looking in at him, and then comes and starts saying some weird shit. and it looks like the same fucking dude. Pardon my French.
Wonder if people should start hanging out at Dave and Buster's and see if this guy shows up.
Well, you would think Dave and Buster's, I don't know, might be a little older than what the way they were talking. It was
there's
a little.
A lot of kids in Dave and Buster's.
Is there? I
Yeah.
thought it would
That's
be
why
more
the wife and I
older.
don't go there. We don't want all the kids.
It's
Well,
not
see,
as
I
much
thought it was like
adults anymore.
teenagers and things. They're
That's
not.
even worse.
Well, you got to think
But
they
that's not
closed
what
down,
these guys are looking for. is
That's
what
true.
I'm saying.
That's true.
They closed down a lot of the Chuck E. Cheese and stuff too. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
They need
that's
somewhere
what's-
to go.
I was gonna say that would be more where I would think that this cat would go because it
Yeah.
seemed like
Is
it
the
was.
Chuck E. Cheese still at the Strip?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it is, but
I think so.
But
yeah,
Chuck
that-
E. Cheese is getting bad because there's how many articles have you seen where parents are getting into huge fisticuffs
Yes.
and fighting
Yes.
and throwing chairs at each other
Did you-
inside Chuck E. Cheese? Are you kidding me?
Did you guys
Yes.
hear about what they're doing with the animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese?
No.
So they're taking them out everywhere. They're taking them out all the Chuck E. Cheeses, and the people that take them out, they're forcing them to record them and destroy them as they're destroying them, because they don't want people to sell them on the market
Oh,
or anything
like-
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Why?
you have to physically record it. Whoever's getting these
Yeah.
animatronics and destroying
Destroying
them.
But why? What's wrong with the animatronics?
They never said, but obviously speculation is with the new whole Five Nights at Freddy's movie and games and stuff, which is where animatronics come to life and kill people.
Oh my gosh!
A
So
lot of
they're
it is
worried about that?
speculation of that, or just that they are kind of creepy.
They definitely are creepy. I will give you that. They definitely
So,
are.
like, I don't know.
Well, okay. I wonder if
sure.
they're worried about the brand. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
you
a
have
lot
to
of-
videotape it and destroy it because if the wrong people get a hold of it and make it, reprogram
Yeah.
it to make it say bad things.
Well, yeah.
Right, or you'd use it in some type of adult video or something crazy
Yeah, yeah.
with the Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah.
mouse dancing in the back. Something like that maybe is what they're worried about. Who knows? Maybe they're just being extremely thorough. It's hard to say.
Yeah. That's weird though. It's just strange that the extremes they go to.
But yeah, like this. Back to this thing here. I don't like. He never actually made any move to snatch a child.
And
But when you read all the comments, like you read the comments,
Yeah.
there's several people that said that they were there and he did the same kind of thing at the booths where they were at.
it's weird too, because like I have heard a lot that Canton is one of the main areas.
But
that's
every
bad
town,
for it.
every town on Facebook, they say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's-
so
it's-
hard to separate the
Yeah.
bullshit from
It's
the truth.
it's anywhere that's off of a main highway too. It's always
And
gonna be bad.
and I am not like protecting Canton by any
No, not
stretch.
at all.
I'm just saying that if you want to cut through the bullshit, there's a lot of bullshit to cut through.
Yeah.
Because there was one where they were talking about this before last summer when something happened, and it was a little article about whatever that said the Canton was the hub of Ohio for this kind of stuff, and then people started throwing things from different, like I think I just got this off like the Stark County crime page. Well, people started throwing up things from their county crime pages or city crime pages, and they all said the exact same thing with that town wherever they lived.
Yeah.
in. So I think there's some people out there that are hyping things just to get clicks and views and followers and whatever. So some of that stuff you kind of got to watch out for. But I do absolutely think it happens here.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt.
Oh, for sure.
It's
I
just,
think
it's
this-
just, it's so difficult for me to believe that Ohio is worse than places like New York, where
Well,
there's
no.
so many gosh damn people.
Well, see, I think it's worse here because we're not a small community, so there's quite a few people here. You can get lost. And number two,
But we're more trusting.
exactly, we're more of a rural community where kids are a little more trusting and they're a little more polite and they won't tell adults to go F themselves, get
Yeah.
away from me. So I think this type of area where we live is probably one of the places that they would focus on. Like I would say here, like New Philly might not be so much because it's a little smaller, but cities and towns about this size, I think, are going to be like that because of that element of kids are a little more trusting and polite, and they're not as leery. Whereas if you live in New York, your parents flat tell you, don't freaking talk to anybody that you don't know, period. If
Yeah.
somebody tries to talk to you, get a cop. They don't even, there's nothing. No, it's just the way it is there. Here, people don't think that kind of stuff happens, and now it's coming out that it is, so it might be getting better. But I do think that kids are a little more trusting here.
Yeah.
We would agree with that. I think that might be one of the reasons that we have the issue and why they focus on here, these people. Discuss. Matt's sitting over here like, "Duh."
Me too.
I was thinking.
My eyes glazed over for a second there.
No, I was just thinking because like, in my schooling, I'm taking a general psychology class and I'm going on conditioning right now.
Okay.
So conditioning, as in like conditioning your child to,
Right.
this is bad, this is good, and this is how you know this is bad or good, this is good. So it kind of like like you were saying, how kids are more
Trusting.
yeah. So a lot of that is like, why don't people, even if us as adults are semi-trusting, why are people not teaching their kids, like, hey, like, you gotta watch out? Because I was from a small town in Northwest Ohio. We had maybe it's not super small, I think it was like 60,000 people roughly. But even where I went to school, my graduating class was 50 people.
Okay.
Super tiny school.
Definitely small.
So even then, those places are a little bit more trusting because it is smaller, but at the same time, you still have to teach your kids, like, hey, if you do not know of somebody, you do not talk to them.
Right.
You know, in
the video there of the Medina incident, you could tell these kids knew something was up.
Yeah, and they handled that very well. Not like, they didn't,
like, I think
they were talking to him, but they weren't like giving them the time of day.
Right. Well, I think what had happened was, since the game they were playing was a 2-player game, and then at the end the third girl came in. I'm wondering if that guy was looking as they were playing, and then she said something to the 2 girls, and then as they kept playing, that's why they put their phone out to record out the back window, because the guy kept looking in.
Yeah. So what they did was super smart, but it's just like, I don't know, the whole trusting thing. I so feel like no matter where you're at in the United States or even in the world, people need to teach their kids, like, no matter what, whoever it is, if you do not know this person, if they came up, if they come up to you and say, yeah, I know your mom, your dad, and this is their name and stuff like that, people can
find that out super easy. Yeah,
super easy. Or they, oh yeah, I'm best friends with your dad or whatever. No, I don't know you.
But see, at the same time, you need to teach your kids, if somebody comes up and is acting like that and says things like that, don't go with them unless they're with a police officer or
unless they have a really nice big lollipop, then you follow them.
Right.
That's funny because I have one just right over there.
I wonder why you had that, Mark.
Yeah,
but yeah. So
lollipop, lollipop.
So I'm kind of learning about it right now too. So it's it's kind of funny we talk about the whole trusting and stuff like that, and conditioning.
I don't
your
trust
kids.
anyone. Right. See, and that's just it. Like, and then. It's just crazy. Like, and here's the other thing that might be the reason too. We see that kids are more trusting because we raise them that way. But at the same time, me and my girl recently this weekend went to Cincinnati, and we went to. Why are you snoring?
I'm just kidding.
And let me get my slideshow presentation.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, we had an Airbnb so we could make our own meals and things like that. So we went to the Kroger on the Rhine in Cincinnati. We got accosted by 7 people walking from the car into the store and back, and it is no further than this spot in your house, up the stairs, out into where I'm parking
you got
now.
What by people?
Wow.
Begging for money.
Oh,
Accosted.
really? In Cincinnati?
Panhandlers?
I was just in Cincinnati not too long ago, and walking at night, never once got approached by anybody.
Oh, there was 7 of them that got us, I think.
And we were right by Paycor.
Well, you got to be cute.
Well, no, we were at what they call the Rhine. It's called the Rhine. It's like where all the trendy people go, and there's the bars and all that stuff. But if you get to the end, there's a Kroger. And we went in the grocery store, the Kroger grocery store, and they were outside.
Where at in Cincinnati?
It's called the Rhine.
I don't know where that's at.
Yeah.
I was right at the stadium. That's where I was.
Okay, well, we seen the stadium, and when
there.
we left, we went where we were at, we would turn right, and then where the Rhine was at, where all that stuff was, probably 3 or 4 blocks. And then probably another 8 or 10 blocks was where the stadium was at.
I think I walked through that, but I don't remember seeing it. Anyways, but yeah, we never got approached by anybody. Never, not once. The only time we got approached by somebody was this guy. We were at Jimmy John's eating, and this guy was like, randomly said something about the shirts we were wearing because they were band T-shirts, and he's like, yeah, blah, 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 this and that. And it was kind of weird. But then he started telling us his life story, like, I just got
erections.
I just got out of prison, and my mom works here, and blah, 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 this and that. And we're like, okay. But, yeah, we never got approached by any.
You should have been helpful. He's like, thank you, but you should not tell people you just got out of prison.
But he was...
I would hold that piece of information.
He was actually a really nice guy, though, and just had
They
a conversation.
usually are.
Yeah.
They're looking for a bar of soap.
The first guy that approached us, he was super, super, super nice kid. And he talked to us for a minute, whatever. And like when we first were walking in, he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" We're like, "Hey, man, what's up? How you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm good, whatever." And we kind of just kept walking and went in. And then he came in like the breezeway, and he's like, "Hey, man, I just wanted to say thanks for like actually speaking to me and not treating me like a piece of trash."
Well, you are a piece of trash, but we speak to you anyway.
Yeah. No, we didn't say that. I was like, "Well, I don't know, dude. You're nice to us. I don't know. We didn't think nothing up. You know what I mean?" And he was actually a very nice guy, but I mean, he did ask for money, but he didn't ask until we were like, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever. You know what I mean?
How you doing?
You know what I'm saying? But he didn't like jump on us. But,
Give me your money.
Yeah. You want all $4, buddy?
Listen, here, you want to hear the greatest one? So, like, 5 or 6 people got us as we were walking. And right when we were getting in the car where we parked, there was a dude sitting in another car, jumped out, "Yo, man, what you got on that gas money?" And I'm like, "I ain't got nothing on your gas money. You better get the fuck back in your car."
Where's the candy? That's what it reminds me of. Where's the candy?
Where's the candy?
That's hilarious.
Jesus. But I just thought that was
I forgot about that dude.
It's 7 degrees out. This guy's wearing a pair of jeans that are down to his hips, white boxers, no shirt, about as big around as this thing holding this microphone, and jumps up, "What you got on that gas money?" And I'm like, "I ain't got shit on your gas money, and you better get back in your car and get the fuck away from my girlfriend." And he just looked at me, and I was like, and he got back in his car, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?"
The funniest / most awkward encounter
kill
I've
you.
ever had with a panhandler. I was in Detroit, and it was me and my brother, and we were going to a wrestling match, WWE or whatever. And we were walking to Little Caesars Arena there in Detroit. WWE. Anyways, and I was on Facebook Live while walking, and I captured this whole moment on Facebook Live. But this man, we come up to an intersection. This man comes up. He's like, "Hey, you got any change on you?" And I'm like, "No," because I usually don't carry cash on me. So I was like, "No," blah blah blah. So now he's like, "Well, you got an extra cigarette?" Because I was smoking cigarettes at the time, and I was like, "No, I don't." I was like, "But you can have this." I was
He's like,
in the process of smoking one. It was about like a quarter of it left, and I was like, "You can have this if you want." Gave it to him, and I felt bad because we walked literally right around the corner, and that's where we stopped because we were at the arena. Pull out a fucking whole pack of cigarettes and lit up another one. I felt bad, but I do feel bad because you can usually tell the people that truly need it, and then you got the people that are just scamming people.
Yeah.
And this guy, he was probably in his 60s, a really old guy, and he was really nice. He wasn't like begging and like, "Come on, give me some money." He just asked, and I do feel bad sometimes.
I don't have any cigarettes, but I do have a gigantic amount to fuck off.
I do feel bad, and
well, the one lady, she was like, and she came up, she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Look, man, I ain't got no cash." She goes, "Oh, I was going to ask you for cash, honey. I was going to ask you for cash." And then she asked for, "I just need a ride up the road."
Nope.
And I said, "Look, lady, I don't mean to be rude, but nobody gets in the car."
Yeah.
Nope.
Period. And she's like, "But I said, "I don't give a shit if it's 1 block or 10 feet. Nobody gets in the fucking car."
Nope.
Not happening. So that was one of the fun experiences. But we did go to the aquarium. The aquarium in Newport, Kentucky was absolutely freaking amazing. You should take your girl. Have you been there?
I've been there, but it's been like.
Did you do the behind the scenes
15,
tour?
No, it's been like 15 years since I've been.
Listen,
I went there in school.
Go again. They'll do there's like a behind the scenes tour, and you can go. You get to mess with the penguins.
Now, did they have like a rainforest area?
No, that's the zoo. That's Cincinnati. I'm talking about.
I could have sworn when I went there to Newport, they had like a rainforest or some kind of like area that they were just building. It was like downstairs somewhere. No, they were just building it, and that's how long it's been.
I did not see anything like that.
I thought it was a rainforest portion, but I guess not.
But downstairs is where you walk around, you can see all the sharks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you go upstairs and you can see down into the tank, and they actually have a big rope bridge you can go across and look down, and you walk over the tank.
I will say the coolest one I've been to so far is Ripley's down in Tennessee. That one was awesome.
This one was in Kentucky. It's Newport. But anyway, if you do the behind the scenes tour, you can mess with the penguins. They give you like a thing where they freeze.
Hi.
What are you doing?
What in the world is wrong with you?
He's getting bored.
Woman, you're way too close.
Is that what you do when people get too close to you?
Yeah, I want to have that on my phone. As
Okay.
soon as someone gets too close, I'll play that.
But anyway, they give you a little thing where you can make some some food and they freeze it. You can feed the fish and stuff. It's really cool. And then they kind of take you back to where they raise the shrimp and the jellyfish and all that kind of stuff. You can see behind the scenes where they do all that. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
But I liked it. Apparently, Mark's not into it because he's looking at weird videos of kids.
I've been trying to find that video since you guys were talking about the little girls, and it took me this long to find it.
Apparently, Mark is bored because he's Lysoling
All right,
people.
let's bring Mark into this and have a fun discussion.
All right, let's do something
We're
fun.
gonna do top 13 craziest laws in Ohio.
Okay, now wait a minute. Before we do this, did you guys know it is still? I think we'll have to check since you're good at this. Is it still technically illegal to give or get a blowjob in Ohio? Because sodomy, which is oral sex is considered sodomy, used to still be illegal in Ohio.
I don't know.
Okay, hang on. Now I got to go to Google.
I mean, it can't be.
All right, while you're looking that up, I'll start with some of them. In Cleveland, it is illegal to catch mice without a hunting license.
Oh, I did know that.
In Columbus, it is illegal for stores to sell cornflakes on Sunday.
Well, as it should be. Now, Frosted Flakes are okay, but just plain corn flakes. Kellogg's was an asshole.
Here's one that's city specific, and it's really close to home.
Okay.
In North Canton, it is illegal to roller skate without notifying the police. I bet a lot of people are breaking the laws.
Dude, everybody who lives in North Canton's got to start calling the police this weekend. Ring! North Canton Police Department. Yeah, I'm going to skate and shit.
This one's fun. In Toledo, it is illegal to throw a snake at anybody.
Well, yeah.
Here you go. In 1972, Ohio became the 8th state to repeal its sodomy statute. So
of course.
It's not illegal since 1972.
Because they realized how unhappy men were.
Oh, so yeah, you were like 20 years old back then.
No, I was born, moron.
Wait,
try.
we're the same age, fucker.
Exactly.
What year was that?
72.
72. So, all right. So I've been good my whole life.
Okay, and as of October 1st...
Wait, that makes it sound like I give it. I'm sorry. I'm never going to?
So you've never gone down on a woman?
No. Well,
I was going to say, hang on a second. That's
okay, I misunderstood.
You're allowed to. You can't do it to your wife. Now, see, is it considered sodomy if you're married, though? I don't know how the law reads. But anyway, but it's here. It says, as of October 1st, 2023, the following jurisdictions, 12 states, had statutes criminalizing consensual sodomy. Florida, Georgia, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, Mississippi, North Carolina. That's really weird. I wouldn't have thought they was there. Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Texas.
Well, the reason Kentucky's on there is just they don't want you to do it with your cousin. That's it.
No, that would be West Virginia.
And Texas.
Now, Texas, they're pretty good. There's still a lot of people in Texas. They don't usually do their kids. All right, so now that people in West Virginia and Kentucky are going to start leaving nasty comments.
That's all right. At least we'll get some comments. We haven't gotten
if
shit.
Alabama was on there, it would definitely
my.
be that. In the state of Ohio, it is illegal to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license.
Okay.
Now, why do churches care about houseflies?
Because it's a God's creation. I don't know. Probably.
So was herpes.
What?
Whoa.
It was.
You mean was? It still is. Did it go away?
No.
Why was it past tense?
It's become taboo because it's secretive. Nobody tells them anymore.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of... Hello. In Canton, electric fences are banned.
Well, that's because of Cantonites. Too many of them are walking into the damn things.
Right.
In Canton, it is a misdemeanor to play any game in a public park without the superintendent's permission.
Read that again, please.
In Canton, it is a misdemeanor to play any game in a public park without the superintendent's permission.
So we can't play a football game in a public park in Canton without getting a ticket.
How many cops know that?
I don't know. I know a couple Canton cops. We could have them on and ask them.
This one's funny, and I never understood why it was like that, but it's very specific, and this is back home. In Lima, any map that does not have Lima clearly stated on the map cannot be sold.
Well, that's argumentative.
It's weird.
That is weird.
Because who cares about Lima?
In Oxford, it is illegal to drive around the town square more than 100 times in a single session.
Well, it is a lot. And nowadays,
say,
you're
yeah.
polluting the environment. You're wasting gas.
That sounds more like the what was in that town?
Oxford.
The Oxford 500. People are just...
Well, back
Screw
in the
Daytona.
back in the day, it was cruel for the horses.
Right. Oh my.
In Youngstown, riding on the roof of a taxi cab is not allowed.
I don't think it's allowed in any
Well,
vehicle.
there goes the Amish sirens.
In McDonald, your duck may not parade down Ohio Avenue.
Well,
What do you do for the duck parade?
I know, right?
Do you just got to carry
They're
it
just
whenever you're on?
They're
that
just being
particular
stingy. I guarantee there's no law banning anything that's to do with football.
Yeah, they're not allowed to play games in the park.
Let's look at
Stand corrected.
here, right here.
All right.
13 funny state laws in the U.S. Let's just do U.S. in general.
What was that one?
I don't know. Arkansas is in the union.
This one isn't really weird, but I knew that one. You're not allowed to cut a cactus in Arizona.
Oh yeah, that's because it takes forever.
I don't
for
feel
them.
like doing a lot of reading, so we're going to skip past that one.
Laziness is a plague here
Yes.
on the.
All right, 50th craziest laws. In Alabama, it's illegal to drive blindfolded.
Well, yeah.
I would say that's illegal everywhere. That's probably not just Alabama.
In Alaska, you can't put an animal in the back of an open vehicle.
That's because you'll be accidentally delivering polar bears to populated areas.
Exactly. You get attacked by bears when you're down the road.
In Arizona, is it illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub?
Interesting. What was that? Go down one. What was that?
What?
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it.
There's so much about that. I have questions.
In Arkansas, you can't honk your horn near a sandwich shop after 9 p.m.
Well, you know why? Because if you squeeze it real hard, real quick, you'll launch the contents of the sandwich
On
out
your date.
or anywhere onto the floor. Someone steps on the bologna, slips.
Yeah, then you got bologna, assault
Right.
by bologna.
Yes, not only that, but then you have bologna lawsuits.
Yes.
Ketchup is very slippery.
In California,
Oh, where did that come from?
Well, your gut.
in California,
Sorry,
it's
did I get the
illegal.
onion?
I hope not.
It's illegal to whistle for a lost canary before 7 a.m.
What? God, they take their sleep serious.
Yes, they do.
Where's that at?
California.
Oh, well,
California.
never mind. Completely understandable.
In Colorado, it's illegal to keep a couch on your porch.
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, wait a minute. We got pickles and cucumbers
I'm
here.
not going to say it.
What's the pickle and
In
cucumber?
Connecticut, a pickle must be able to bounce.
What?
If not, it's a cucumber.
Wait, what kind of pickle we talking about? Like a nose pickle?
Here's a law that puts Connecticut farmers in quite a pickle. In 1948, 2 men were arrested for selling pickles that were unfit for human consumption. Discussing ways to check for good pickles, officials declared that a pickle is legitimate only if it bounces. The pickles in question did not bounce, so the 2 men were arrested and fined, and the pickles were destroyed.
And these are the same people that decided the best way to check coins is to bite them and bend them.
Probably.
In Delaware, you cannot sell dog hair.
Well, what do
Actual
the birds
dog-
do come nesting?
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, that's just rude.
In Florida, legal parking fees towards animals must be paid.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck? In Georgia, it's illegal to live on a boat for more than 30 days.
Well, now why?
I can live with a flock I want. Flockers.
That is weird.
Think about it. What do you think a camper becomes in a flood?
It's a boat.
It is this
Right.
boat. In Hawaii, it is illegal to place a coin in one's ear.
Wait, isn't that illegal anywhere? That's like they
I
just.
don't think it's illegal, but
So
Not a
if
great
I
job.
walk up to a random stranger and just stick a penny in his ear, I won't get in any trouble.
You're going to.
You might
go
get
to prison.
punched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then he gets arrested. That's assault.
Well, no,
Exactly.
you shoving a quarter in his ear. Is
That
probably
should be assault, too.
It probably is.
All right.
in Idaho, it is illegal to sweep. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me.
It's illegal to sweep Jesus?
Sweep debris into the streets.
Well, yeah. That just makes sense.
What? In Illinois, it is illegal for
is
underage
it still-
culinary students to drink alcohol.
Is it still illegal to sweep Jesus?
Yeah. No, that's legal.
Oh, that's legal? All right.
But yeah,
so I have
I didn't
questions
think you'd
about
have to
this one.
clean Jesus, but
I have a, go back.
What do
I
I
have
know?
a question about this one. It's legal for culinary students that are under 21 to drink in other
oh,
states?
it's legal for underage culinary. Okay.
Oh, it's illegal.
So the state passed a law nicknamed Sip and Spit. Spitters for quarters.
Quitters
which-
are definitely quitters.
what they're saying is if you're making a wine sauce, you should be sloshed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, it is. Okay, I thought it was illegal.
So it's illegal for you if you're a culinary student to
Yeah.
drink
So
wine.
if you were underage and you want to drink, you have to get into culinary school.
Right, and you have to do it while you're in class.
What are you cooking? Alfredo sauce. bitch.
Don't you worry about what I'm cooking. It's got wine in it.
In Indiana, it is illegal to ride a horse above 10 miles per hour.
Now, where's the speedometer on a horse?
Right, yeah. How the hell are you supposed to know how fast you're going?
That's literally
I suppose nowadays it's possible because you got the GPS on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Literally, the first sentence says, hopefully your horse has a speedometer. In Iowa, you can't throw a brick onto a highway. Damn it.
No, well,
What
yeah.
the frig?
Damn it.
You don't do that anywhere, ever.
They're just ruining all the fun in these states.
There's no fun in that. You kill people.
In Kansas?
Exactly. That's fun. When was the last time you killed somebody?
It's been a while.
Well, see, listen, and wasn't it fun when you did it last time?
No.
I rather enjoyed the last person
I
I
had to
killed. It
hide
was
out for a long
absolutely
time.
wonderful. It was a great experience.
That's it. That gripe's over. We're done. We're done. We might as well just turn it off.
In Kansas, tire screeching is banned.
Oh. So what happens if somebody stops short in front of you? Do you just hit them so you don't screech your tires and get a ticket?
Actually,
Pretty much.
Actually, there's a lot of open space in Kansas. How are they going to enforce that law?
I don't know.
I mean, you could drive miles and not see a damn thing.
That's true.
Yeah, like 3 miles probably.
Yeah.
In
So,
Kentucky, a woman
of all
cannot marry
places.
the same man 4 times.
You know what sucks is
3 times
Kentucky
the limit.
is where you would expect that law to be. Like Arkansas is where, and West Virginians where they say you can't
Where?
marry a family member.
Where?
Arkansas.
AR, Kansas?
Yeah.
In Louisiana, it's illegal to send a surprise pizza. Damn.
What?
Oh,
Why?
I'm never moving that. What?
So
Oh, that's
me and
just
somebody
wrong.
wants to just randomly buy me a pizza and I don't know about it?
Okay,
Yeah.
hold your place. I promise we'll get back to it. So the Ohio Gripe almost sent a free pizza to, what's the name of it? Discount Tire Outlet on Southway.
Okay.
Because they hooked me up big time, and I
remember
wanted,
that.
and I wanted to say, no, this is different. This is one before that.
Okay.
This is back when it was me and Adam. And my wife went and picked up the car, and they said, your husband's got a podcast, right? And they were all interested, and they all wanted to see it. So I said, well, shit, I'm going to send them a pizza. And I ended up not doing it because it was so difficult. Finding one that was open at noon was really hard.
Right.
And then finding one that was willing to deliver a pizza to a business when you're not the one ordering it was so difficult, I gave up.
That's weird.
But I wanted to do it, so... It's funny that the Ohio Gripe almost broke the law in
Now
that
listen,
state.
we are not in whatever state that is, and you can send pizzas to the Ohio Grape
You
any
can
particular
anytime
time,
you
yes.
want. I don't care
Yes.
if it's got pineapple or anchovies.
Well, we
if
can.
you want to send us a pizza,
Whoa, dog!
did he fart?
Oh my!
Well, don't wave it to me. I don't want any part of it.
Holy Jesus!
Look at him. He's sitting there looking back like, yeah.
Oh my God! Oh God!
It's like mustard gas.
Good.
It can't possibly be that bad.
No, it's horrible. Like Matt can taste it.
Wait, why are you blowing it towards me?
Exactly. Do that.
it's
please.
your dog.
Right, your dog. You got to smell it.
That doesn't mean I want.
Go, get your butt out of here.
Oh my Lord! How could
Anyways,
something like that come out of a dog that tall and small? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. You know what the worst part is I stopped feeding them pork.
Wait.
They're on a chicken and rice diet now.
Oh, there we go. I turned
Oh, my
myself down.
eyes are
I couldn't
watering.
hear.
God damn it.
I don't think it was the dogs. I think Patrick farted and he's
No,
trying
that, listen, if it was me, I'd just been standing here laughing at you two while sitting here.
So, in Maine, it is illegal to park in front of a Dunkin' Donuts. You gotta park beside it.
to. Why is Duncan so special?
Because
What about
coffee.
Starbucks?
You can park in front of them.
They're all caffeinated. They get the fuck away from me.
Move it!
Whoa, okay. In Maryland, sleeveless shirts are banned in public parks.
No muscle shirts. You have to be a...
Where is this?
That was Maryland, I believe?
Maryland.
Yeah.
Is it that cold?
Must be.
No, Maryland is not that cold.
In Massachusetts, it's illegal to tell fortunes without certification.
How do you
How do you
certify
certify,
for
yeah.
being a fortune teller?
It's probably
And
$25.
Devin says
That's where ink blot cards come in.
Yeah.
it says a fortune teller must live in Massachusetts for at least 1 year in order to apply for a license. This law helps prohibit psychics from taking all of your moolah in exchange for false predictions.
So
false
the,
predictions.
so the psychic that lives there permanently can take your money.
Yeah, because you have to pay taxes on it. The traveling people, they don't pay taxes in Maryland. So they're like, nope. sucks
I
to be
never
you.
even thought of that.
In Michigan, you cannot sell a vehicle on Sundays, which that's a lot of places because
Yeah.
it's considered a day off for
Yes.
people. So
We used to have blue laws here, but we got rid of them.
in Minnesota, dirty tires are banned. Damn, you fucked.
Damn. I mean, how do you keep tires clean? Isn't like the earth dirty?
They might have little spots where you pull over and drive through.
Yeah, little scrubbers. You just drive through them.
This one's kind of scary. In Mississippi, nutrition labels cannot be enforced. That's kind of scary.
That is kind of scary.
Yeah, that was weird.
You don't know what you're eating.
Right. Of course, you don't know that now, but at least you can be lied to by the nutrition lady.
You can definitely
Alright,
be lied to.
I can't live in Missouri.
Okay.
Okay.
Bear wrestling is banned.
Damn. Mark, I'm sorry.
I'm telling
you,
you,
we're
there's
not
a-
allowed to wrestle in Missouri.
I know there's a lot of fat guys who's going to be very disappointed.
Okay. In Montana, it's illegal to give a rat as a present.
I guess they have a real rat
I
infestation.
don't. No,
down
I don't
there.
understand that. There's a lot of people that have rats for pets. You can buy like pet rats.
In Montana, it is unlawful
Yeah, but
to
you can get
raise,
chlamydia.
sell, or give away rats except as food for reptiles, birds of prey, or both.
So apparently, you're not allowed to have rats as pets. And
Right.
That's weird.
Whatever.
They actually make pretty decent pets.
Oh, this is interesting.
My dogs could be considered rats, depending on the
so
person's
yeah, they're
opinion.
just little rat dogs.
In Nebraska, you cannot get married if you have a venereal disease. That's
Where's that?
interesting.
Where's that at?
Nebraska.
Guess you better never move to
I
Nebraska.
wouldn't have called that.
Matt will never get married in Nebraska.
That's
Well,
so weird.
I mean, they do
He's
have
got
cures for that.
herpessyphilitis, so it keeps him from getting married.
Well, don't they just stick the rod down the willy for that?
I don't know about herpessyphilitis. I've never had it. How do they treat herpessyphilitis, Matt?
Death.
Death? Okay.
I just haven't signed the paper yet.
Okay.
So vampirism, can't say that word.
Yes. Herpessyphilitis.
In Nevada, it's illegal to sit on sidewalks. That's kind of weird.
That is kind of weird.
There's a lot of people.
In New Hampshire, it's unlawful to pick up seaweed off the beach.
Interesting.
Okay.
Who cares about seaweed?
In New Jersey, bulletproof vests are banned while committing a crime.
Because criminals pay attention to the laws.
Exactly. And if you wear a bulletproof vest, the cops can't kill you. They have to go to the shooting range at least once a week to get good enough to shoot you in the face.
I wonder if they came up with that because this one guy almost broke the law, but he didn't, so they couldn't arrest him. So they said, "Well, he's wearing a vest and he had intent, so we're just gonna that way now
Does
we
it
can
tell you why they have that one? Read that one.
Amended in 1999, this Garden state law prohibits people from wearing bulletproof vests while you are committing or attempting to commit a crime. If caught, a person can be charged separately for it. That's all it says.
So if
I've
you
got my
murder
bulletproof-
someone,
no.
they can add that one extra charge.
No, if you're wearing your bulletproof vest and get pulled over for going 65 and a 55,
Oh yeah,
That's
okay.
considered a
it's
crime.
going to cost you an extra fucking $300, buddy.
Yeah,
So-
the trip to jail.
This next one's kind of sad. We cannot live in New Mexico, guys.
What? I love New Mexico.
Idiots are banned from voting.
Son of a bitch.
We would never be able
But wait a minute, that can't possibly be true because Biden was huge in New Mexico.
Well, now, wait a minute. My question is, how do they determine whether or not you're, quote, unquote, an idiot?
Yeah, what's the tests like?
It says one law in the state of New Mexico prohibits idiots as well as insane persons convicted of a felonious or infamous crime from voting. To our knowledge, this crazy law isn't enforced elsewhere. So honestly, it's probably anybody with like a
mental problem?
that's some kind of disorder or
So you were right. None of us can live in New Mexico.
pretty much. What? In New York, slippers are banned after 10 p.m.
Damn those slippers.
You mean to tell me they're going to
Fuck
be
you
watching?
and your slippers.
That's just terrible. I just wear my Hey Dudes for slippers now.
I just
Okay.
double up the socks. They
Poor
can't, they
old
can't
people.
stop you.
Poor old people in North Carolina.
I know, right?
Drunk bingo is unlawful.
Son of a bitch.
Some old person was at their nursing home, got wasted.
What about golf?
Bingo, bitch!
You don't have bingo. Look, he's got 2 on every square.
Did you guys ever see the Impractical Jokers where they made him play bingo and they would used to tell him, you gotta yell bingo even though when he didn't have it?
I think I've seen that
my
one.
God. People were getting mad.
Yeah, there were walkers and canes flying everywhere.
They were ready to kill him. That was hilarious.
And didn't someone throw a colostomy bag?
Ugh.
Reset. Hang on, I'm scrolling back down.
He's resetting.
In North Dakota, you can't shoot fireworks after 11 p.m.
No, that's a normal. You can't do that here either.
So you can't do
Only,
that, though.
but they did change that law though.
We're
Only
allowed
on
to-
certain holidays.
Oh,
yes.
like
so
New
like
Year's?
4th of July, New Year's, things like
yeah.
that. In Ohio, it is illegal to sell dyed chickens.
To sell what?
Dyed chickens.
You can't color a chicken and
What?
sell it.
Okay. Well, at least they help with the animal cruelty.
Rainbow rabbits and
He's
chickens are
purple
banned
now.
from all sales displays in Akron, Ohio.
Say that again.
Akron, Ohio, the dyed chickens
And rabbits.
and rabbits.
Okay. Well,
Apparently, I bet you I know what that's from. Does it say when that was put into place?
No, it just says due to animal cruelty violations.
I bet you during Pride, people were dying.
Oh, my gosh.
Dying animals to take to the
here's
Pride Fest.
here's
There's a
Fluffy.
huge Pride Fest thing up there, and I bet you that's what happened. And then somebody
Is that
said
a
they were
recent
cruel.
law?
It doesn't
don't
say.
No.
This one's
But the
funny.
question is, I mean, depending on how you dye a rabbit or a
Yeah, if you
chicken,
dunk
is
it is one thing.
I'm
yeah, but
pretty
if you
sure-
just use the dye and paint it, I don't think that will.
Wonder
hurt
if they
them.
use like the spray paint and got it in its eyes or something.
Well, see that I don't know, but like I said, I wonder if that's something that some far
Yeah.
super Republican was like, oh,
PETA.
that's cruel
PETA.
for them to do that at because they were at the Pride Fest. I wonder if that's what
Yeah.
started all that.
I still blame PETA. PETA's the organization. Like if you have 2 rabbits and you put them in your yard, they'll get you for a roadside zoo.
Well,
It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
PETA? You know what PETA stands for?
No.
People eating tasty animals.
Fuck 'em.
That's why I shoot tasty animals.
I think it's
cook
another
them and eat them.
organization that had a how do I say it? It had good intent in the beginning, but now it's just a money grab.
Well, yeah, that
And
one's terrible.
they're doing ridiculous shit to stay popular.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
in Oklahoma, tripping a horse is outlawed.
Son of a bitch!
What is?
Tripping a horse.
Tripping a horse.
Tripping a horse. What? How do you, they got 4 legs? That's a lot of. And they can
Oh,
kick the
horse!
shit.
I thought you said horse. I'm like, oh my god.
No, a horse. A horse.
Oh god.
I mean, you're probably not allowed to trip a whore either. I mean, that's all screwed
Oh
up.
my god. I
Well,
knew he
tripping
said
a whore is bad because you can bang her face up and she won't get any more work.
I actually knew he said horse, but I just thought that was hilarious. Sorry.
In Oregon, it is illegal to go hunting in a cemetery.
Okay, I would say that's
Well,
probably
yeah.
a pretty good idea.
You can't shoot the banshee.
Yeah, and you can't shoot the headstones. I mean, that's just mean.
You know what's funny is the first co-host or here on the Gripe, me and Adam, when we were younger, we were making a YouTube video in a graveyard in Hartville, and it was dark. So I went to walk, bumped into him. He slammed into one of those real tall and knocked the fucker over. We spent 15 to 20 minutes trying to pick that bitch up and put it
Oh.
back. And the church was like right there. I was waiting for someone to come running out. I have footage of it. I
Nice.
just never put it up online.
In Pennsylvania, if you are breaking the law if you pay a psychic.
Okay.
Well, I have to agree with that one.
In Rhode Island, it's illegal to race a horse on a highway, and yes, a horse, not a whore.
Listen, I got plenty of horses you can race on a highway.
I was gonna say you can race your whore on the highway, just not the horse.
What are you into, baby?
Saddle up, saddle up, bitch! It's time for the race.
What kind of shoes you wearing?
What the hell?
Whore races?
And
How do you judge that?
They have like guys dressed up in flashy clothes with like $100 bill at the end of it.
I was thinking something totally different, but
in South Carolina, you
yours is
can't
cleaner than mine.
play pinball. I'll give it a second.
Whore racing.
Who's got the
is
fastest route to the hospital?
No, who's got the fastest route to the finish line? Is what
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
thinking. Yes.
You got to get them to
God.
go. You got to get them to come quick. That
That's
way you
right.
can get out and get your
The-
next person.
The first person to get the guy to take his, his leave. So
do his O face
You are the fastest.
on the third pump. Oh.
Ow! Ow!
All right. Well, we're definitely not a family-friendly podcast anymore.
Whore races.
Put 18 plus in the description when this is posted.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god!
yeah.
He's gonna put whore races.
This
Not
one is
safe
now
for work.
NR-17.
In South Carolina, you cannot play pinball if you're a minor.
Oh, I bet you that's because in the 70s people used to bet on pinball a lot.
Yeah, it's a serious sport. I mean, hitting those buttons on the side, you got to do it just right. Then there's that whole thing, you can really get a bad.
Well, yeah, this is
could teach children bad
You're gonna need
things.
to get a rotator cuff replacement. You
Right.
keep that up, sir.
Yeah,
In South Dakota, it's
Pinball
illegal
elbow.
to sleep in the cheese factory.
that's because the cheese will curdle.
Yeah. can't snort. Jeez, what's wrong with you?
In Tennessee, it's illegal to share your Netflix password, which I'm pretty sure that's pretty much everywhere.
I thought
now.
that was Netflix rule.
Yeah, as I said.
Yeah.
Is Netflix stationed in that state?
I don't know. Maybe it might be. Maybe that's what it is.
In Texas, you cannot sell a human eye.
Oh, gosh damn it.
Guess
That's the
we
only
go to
thing on my
Texas.
body that's worth anything.
Right?
I
Well,
was gonna
not
say,
mine.
I would think that would be illegal everywhere in the United States.
In Utah, biting is banned in boxing. Good job, Mike Tyson. Look what you did.
Thanks, Mike.
He can't be the first and only one.
No, he's the first one to bite a guy's, almost bite a
remove his
guy's
ear.
ear
Or a
off.
chunk of his ear.
In Vermont, it is illegal for women to wear fake teeth without their husband's approval. Wow.
Damn.
That's actually kind of
Where's the
tough.
feminists on that one?
No shit. We're gonna get a bunch of comments on that one.
We didn't create the law.
In Virginia, you cannot go trick-or-treating if you are over 14 years old. That's
screw
screwed
that.
Up. Yeah,
Screw
That's
that.
screwed up.
So now wait a minute. Does that mean I can't take my kids and walk with them while they trick or treat?
No, you can't go trick or treating. But I still disagree. If an adult shows up at my house and trick or treat, I'll just give him some candy just because. Hang on to the dream, buddy.
There's more
Hang
to it too, because I'm reading it.
Okay.
There's more to it, and
Let's
this
hear
is what has ruined trick or treating. The same ordinance also prohibits trick or treating after 8 p.m.
Yeah, I hate that. That's stupid.
Like growing up, I remember being out until like midnight,
you
getting candy.
Oh yeah.
I thought they did away with it before you were.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's when you got the best candy.
Yeah, well,
Because you go to the neighborhoods that have like the big, full size candy bars and stuff around like 10, 11,
that's
12.
true. You had time to travel.
Yeah. Trick or treating has changed.
Well,
it's weird.
See, when we were kids, it was a riot.
Right. Now, keep in mind, I didn't grow up I grew up in a very small neighborhood,
Yeah.
dead end street.
Right.
Right. And it was in a rural farming town.
So did I.
So there was some distance between the houses. Now, there were some houses on our street that were close together, but then you had to travel through a couple of fields to get to the other
actual
houses.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
So we were out for a few hours.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
it started at 5, which sounds early, but it sunsets at 6.
Right.
So we started out and hit all the houses on the street that we knew, and then by the time that it got dark, we were trepping through
To the cornfields to go to the least.
right, and it added a whole nother level of fun because you could not see the mud puddle that trips you, and now you're freezing
Yeah.
cold, or
Yeah.
if there was that misery made it more fun.
See, now where I came from, I grew up in a little town, kind of like you, but there, at like 5 o'clock or whatever, 4 o'clock, whatever it was, you went to the school and you went through you go through the auditorium and you go through the gymnasium, you walk around, and then all the kids were supposed to give candy to their teacher, and then they would hand it out to all the kids.
Oh, so you did it in a school?
Yeah, but then they're like, well, you don't really have to do trick-or-treat now because we'll just do it at the school because it's safer. Screw that. We went home and hit the neighborhoods because
yeah.
all the people in the neighborhoods, they didn't give a hoot. They were
Right.
still handing out candy. Dude, we had it was insane the amount of candy we got. We probably threw away more candy than we ever friggin' ate as kids. 'Cause
Now,
we
did
had
you
so
have
much
to
of it.
drive to get to the school?
Your parents would usually
Yeah,
take
okay.
you. Well, I didn't have to because I actually lived like a mile and a half away from the school.
Right.
But most of the kids would do that. Like you would go to your elementary school and walk.
I don't know the mileage, but a typical Ohioan, we lived like a good half hour from the school I went to.
Yeah.
So
See,
yeah,
now-
well, like I said, Hartville had the elementary school wasn't quite a half hour. It was
yeah.
about 20 minutes, but the elementary or the high school was up
Out.
and over the hill on the way to
Yeah,
Grandma's
towards-
house. It was a
Going towards
trek.
Mogador, right?
No, it's in Uniontown.
Oh, okay. Well, see, now when I was a kid, there was one junior high and there was one high school, but there were 4 elementary schools.
Yeah.
And now there's only one elementary school too. Everybody goes to the same one.
Where I finished schooling, because I went to a couple different schools. They had one elementary school, one middle school, and one high school.
Yeah.
It was all in one building.
Oh, see, now it's like that. They're not all in the same building, but now that's all
No,
one,
like
one and one.
literally, this building is maybe like 2 of these houses put together.
Oh,
And
wow.
Yeah,
the
it's
downstairs,
50 kids in its graduating class.
the upstairs was the elementary and half of the middle school, and then downstairs was like half the middle school and then high school.
Wow.
But then they did end up building a new elementary school, and it was nice, but still
See,
not that big.
It's funny you mention that because my situation is very similar. Now, when I was a kid, there was 3 buildings. You had the Hartville Elementary School, and the kids from Uniontown went to Uniontown Elementary.
Right.
Then we had a middle school, which was
Hartville and Uniontown?
Yeah, but let me do the math here because it's been a long time. So you got 12, 11, 10. So it was 9, 8, and 7th grade.
Yep.
Yes, the elementary school went to 6th grade.
Yep, that's
so
right.
for those first, for the 7th grade is when you got introduced to all the Uniontown kids.
Right, that was called junior high,
Yes.
not middle school.
Yes.
Middle school starts 8th grade, I think, or 6th grade.
See,
Well, we
your
called
guys'
it
is
the
weird.
middle school because it was the middle school.
Yeah, but
You
that's
guys- your
considered a
guys' is-
junior high because of the grade you start. If their
anyways.
6th grade starts in that building, it's considered a middle school.
That's correct. Well, we called it in Hartville because you had the elementary school, then you had a separate building. They had the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then you went literally across the yard
Yeah,
to the high school, which was 9th, 10th, and 11th.
And
Or,
was-
I'm
Your
sorry.
guys' schools are weird and
But
set
that
up
was
weird.
late,
but,
right?
But, however, since then, they have redid all of the buildings. We got a gigantic, brand new elementary school, which still goes to 6th grade. And then they combined the high school and the middle school, which were literally just across the yard
Yeah.
from each other.
Yeah.
So now it's 2 buildings, and they still have the elementary school in Uniontown.
So where I'm from, we did K through 4th in elementary. We did 5th through 8th in middle school,
yeah.
and then 9th through 12th through high school.
That's
You guys
really
have them
weird.
set up weird over here.
No, you have yours set up weird.
Just like
That-
you guys
that is
call,
weird.
just like you guys call potato wedges JoJo's. They're just potato wedges.
No, you know what the difference between a potato wedge and a JoJo is?
one's bigger than the other.
No.
One's
they're-
deep fried,
no,
breaded.
One is deep fried and one is pressure cooked. When you buy a JoJo, it comes out of a pressure fryer, not a deep fryer. Deep fryer, you just put it in the oil. JoJo is cooked in a
The
pressure.
JoJo's I have are deep fried too.
Then they're not JoJo's, they're wedges. If they're cooked in a
They're
pressure,
still called potato. They're still called JoJo's.
like when you get chicken from a pizza shop in this part of Ohio, it's not cooked in just oil. It's cooked in a pressure oil cooker.
Anyways,
That's the difference.
Tomatoes.
fucking weirdos.
We're not fucking weirdos. You're just an idiot and don't understand there's 2 different ways to cook a freaking potato.
Yeah.
Anyways.
In Washington, it's illegal to attach a vending machine to a utility pole.
Okay.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Why would you do that anyway, I guess?
Free power.
Oh, I wonder if people were. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's what's about. That could be. People were robbing power from the pole.
The logic is that it is a hazard to the lives of electrical workers.
Well, no, they can just stand on top of the vending machine.
Right. You just got a high quality vending machine. Don't buy them cheap plastic ones.
In West Virginia, hats are banned in theaters.
Okay.
It's weird. In Wisconsin, butter substitutes are banned without permission.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
So I can't believe that's not butter's not sold there.
A public eating establishment may not serve margarine as a substitute for butter unless
Okay.
requested by the customer in
Wow.
fear of sudden allergic reactions. That makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Interesting.
Last one. In Wyoming, buildings that cost $100,000 plus must display a pricey art. Display pricey art. Yes. Yeah, that is.
Interesting.
Well, I know people that buy motorhomes that are worth more than $100,000. So
I
they
know,
have to
but
have a
then they
freaking-
got to have a Picasso hanging in the.
That's like your house. I mean, I guarantee you this place.
It's for the $100,000.
Oh, 100 for sure in today's market.
Oh, it's
So if you think
200,000.
about it, well, but what I'm saying is like that picture you got there would have to be the
Classy art. That couldn't
pricey
be,
art.
It couldn't be that cheap thing that you
Hold
bought
on, I
at
actually
the
wanna see-
roadside stand
You mean our $50 Kirtland's replica
of a dock in
of a New York
pond?
dock
Okay, so this ain't
that I saw in a doctor's office?
this ain't bad though. It says new buildings that cost such a pretty penny to build must have 1% of funds allocated to art for the building.
Well, I have a $400 cuckoo clock.
Well, yeah, that's art.
Is that really how much that thing's worth?
No,
Yeah.
they're expensive. Google
Okay, it might disappear. No, I'm just kidding. Don't Ohio have the world's largest cuckoo clock?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
at
Sugar
Almost
Creek.
Place. Yeah, in Sugar Creek.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah. We have the world's largest everything. There's a world's largest stamp. I think it's up in Cleveland.
Basket.
The Longenberger basket.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a
And
couple
then
other-
Longaberger
Child
Baskets isn't
trafficking?
there. Yeah, Longaberger Baskets isn't even in there anymore, is it?
Is
They're
it?
defunct, I think.
I don't know if they tore it down. or
Isn't
not.
Cornhinge in Ohio?
I don't know.
Take a look.
Corners.
Look it up.
You want me to-
Cornhinge.
I can't spell that. All right, hold on.
Cornhinge.
Well, I know corn.
Hinge. H-E-N-G. I think.
Wait till I get there.
H-E-I-N-G.
What is it?
No, not like hinge as in like
Oh.
I don't know.
H-E-N-G.
Corn hedge, one word. Dublin. It's in Dublin, Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
It's like Stonehenge,
yeah,
but
it's like
but
it's just a
corn.
shit ton of little concrete.
yeah, a
corns.
little concrete corn.
I know we have the. I'm pretty sure we have the biggest troll museum. That's in Alliance.
troll, as in like the
little trolls.
yeah.
Let's
yeah,
look
so
and see
like
if the basket's still there, because I think Longenberger is
they
still
closed it down.
Well, they sold it, but I don't think. I think it's still an office building.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been down that
But
way.
yeah, the Longenberger basket.
if I could spell.
I got it. World's largest basket in
All right.
Newark.
You know what? Screw it. 18 world's largest things in Ohio that you should visit. Okay.
Oh my god, here we go.
So it's a
Leave
free.
it to the college-educated person to beat us.
The world's largest stamp in Cleveland.
Yeah, I remember it says free stamp on it. It says
So the
free.
cornfield, which is Cornhenge.
Yep.
The world's largest washboard in Logan, Ohio.
That's really weird. Whatever.
The
You
world's
drive your
largest
car over it.
can of tomato soup in Napoleon.
Well, is that where Campbell's is from though?
Probably.
I think that's
Yeah.
where they
Well, it
founded
says
it.
Campbell Soup V8 plant. So
I think that's where they founded Campbell's. I think it's where they originally are from.
the world's largest outdoor chandelier in Cleveland.
In Cleveland?
Yeah.
No shit.
It says in Playhouse Square. I mean, that's where that's at.
That's where they found.
Okay, weird. I've never seen that.
I have seen this one, but the picture's not there. The world's largest gavel in Columbus.
Okay.
Here you go. The world's largest troll collection in Alliance.
Yeah.
That's fucking
That's-
weird. That's so
that is
creepy.
definitely-
We were going to
That
go
is
there.
definitely creepy.
The wife and I once were going to ride the bike there, but we keep forgetting about it.
So then the Longenberger basket in Newark. The world's largest ping pong paddle in Columbus.
Okay.
Nice. World's largest claw machine in Dayton. The world's largest geode in Put-in Bay.
What's a geode?
You know what geode? It's like
rock thing.
it's a rock that when you break it open, it's just covered on. It's hollow on the inside, covered with crystals.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, I caught up with you.
Geode. The world's largest loaf of bread in Urbana.
Everyone walks up and takes a bite.
Bring your own PB&J, kids.
This one's moldy.
The world's largest drumsticks in Warren for David Grohl. It's at David Grohl Alley. I would assume that's where he's from.
I think Adam. No, he's not from Ohio.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Was born in Warren, Ohio.
Oh.
David Grohl, the former drummer of Nirvana and the frontman of the Foo Fighters, was born in Warren, Ohio. The
Still
more you
there.
know.
Still there. Look at that. There it is. Boom.
I think it's huge. The world's largest horse and buggy in Greenwich. The world's largest pumpkin water tower in Circleville.
yes.
Yep,
See
yeah.
that. My wife goes to Circleville every year.
For
I
what?
won't go with her.
For what?
There's a huge festival,
Oh.
Circleville Pumpkin Festival.
Then that's I would assume why they have the world's largest.
That would be it. What are you looking at?
I had bought a hat there, and I thought it was on display behind me.
The world's largest matchstick in Wadsworth.
Oh,
We'll have to go check that out.
Okay.
They have a festival. That sound was weird.
What was that, homie? What are
That
you
was
doing
me.
over there? Oh, that was you. I thought it was him. I'm like, what are you doing over there?
That was me.
I thought the dog was licking between your toes and you were having an orgasm or something. What in the world?
he's so nice when he's so nice when he's not farting.
So
Now I know why you keep the fart dog around.
there's a festival. There's a festival for this matchstick, and it's called the Blue Tip Festival. It sounds like a STD.
That can be taken out of context.
Yes. Well, how match must be from Wadsworth.
You know,
Here's
if it's
your,
cold outside, I have a blue tip sometimes.
Whoa, hey, now, hey.
Here's the world's largest cuckoo clock
Yeah.
in Sugar Creek,
Oh.
and then that's it. So Ohio has a lot of world's largest things.
Well, there you go. There's places we can go. And
Well, I know
this
they have the
summer
world's
and-
largest dumbasses. No, not as a single person. I meant like
Oh,
I
collection.
mean, 3 of them are here.
That's true.
well, you know what
and,
I think
we're
we
and we're real close to Canton.
and you think you know what the other thing I think we have the world's largest population of idiot drivers.
No,
Oh,
no.
I mean-
I want to agree with you, but there are states that are so much worse. Florida.
Florida's one of them.
Yeah.
Well, Florida doesn't really count. Florida shouldn't be considered a state with all the idiot stuff they do down there. We should kick them out of the damn nation.
Now you are talking to a guy who created the Ohioan for Better Drivers group on Facebook, but I have to disagree with you. I think that there's way worse than Ohio.
I haven't traveled a whole lot, but I feel like the best and less stressed like drive that I've taken was in Tennessee.
Oh, have you ever noticed when you're driving near someone who's just a complete horse's ass. If you look at the plate, it's either New York or West Virginia.
West by God.
Yeah.
But
Hey, you know
anyways,
who's got a West by God, Virginia license plate?
probably Robert.
Yep. He's going to be on our podcast here soon.
Well, we're trying. We need
And
to
then
get a date.
We're going to have to be like, okay, so you come from the state of idiot drivers with your WV license plate. And then we have to find out if he actually ever had sex with his sister.
Oh, he is a potato.
Poor Rob. Oh, my gosh. I feel so bad for him sometimes. We rag on Rob so
He takes it well, though.
for the most part.
All right.
poor
Anybody
Roberto.
got anything? We're gotta wrap it up.
I think that should be good for this episode.
Okay, listen. Stop doing that. Do
This
that at
podcast
home,
is
sir.
coming from your toilet,
Jesus.
and there's a new. Plop plop fizz fizz. What the fuck did you eat?
All right. So listen.
Yeah.
Not safe for work this week, kids. Don't let your children listen unless you want them to learn about whore races
Yeah.
or tripping whores.
Or tripping horse.
Now, wait a minute. Is it illegal to trip the whore because of the whore race?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want them to get injured. You know, they need to be in tip-top shape.
I don't know. Sometimes when they fall forward, that's the best time they're being a whore.
On that note,
Yeah, we got to go because that fan, my nipples could cut diamonds.
Well, then you need to
I could have
your-
turned it off.
You
Well,
need to
just-
teach your dogs to quit farting on us.
I know. I was gonna say this. How much time we got? All right, I got like 2 minutes. All right, so I want to make a quick correction. A couple of episodes ago, I said that I went on this podcast and said that I make my dogs food and I give them pork because it's cheap and abundant and all that.
Yes.
Now, the correction I'm going to make is that don't do that. I'm also going to throw the internet under the bus because when I did the research, the internet said that pork is good to feed to your dogs. It's got good protein and blah, 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 blah. As it turns out, pork is not good to feed to your dogs. It's high in fat, and it's got like an enzyme or something. Anyways, they can have allergic reactions to it, and it often gives them gastrointestinal issues, which is what happened to Lux. Lux
So,
was like chronic diarrhea. So I took him to the vet, and the vet said, stop feeding him pork, go back to a bland chicken and rice diet. So now I'm back to feeding my dogs chicken. So I just wanted to say this because I checked the internet and it said it was okay, and then I checked the internet again, and now all of a sudden it's not okay.
Well, see, now that's the thing about dogs because, like, the girlfriend's daughter has a dog, and she's very particular with this dog. But everything she finds that says you can't do this, I'll be like, no, look, it says right here you can. Like she said, oh, you're not allowed to feed potatoes to dog, and I'm like, wait a minute, why do they make dog food with potatoes?
Yeah. So it's one of those things. You're just going to have to bite the bullet and talk to a veterinarian because there's so much disinformation out there. So I just wanted to come on this and say I was wrong. If you followed my recipe for dogs, stop. Go back to chicken. It's the same recipe. It's just I use chicken and I switched to rice because the wife and I have an ungodly amount of rice. So
And brown rice is
yeah,
probably
and
easier.
so I stopped feeding my dogs pork because apparently it's just too high in fat and oil, and their bodies can't break it down properly, and they were getting diarrhea. But
Anyway, back to the potato thing. You know what it is?
no,
You can, if you cook a potato, it won't hurt the dog. If you feed raw potatoes to a dog, apparently,
well,
it does
isn't a
something
potato
to it.
part of the nightshade family?
What's that?
A potato, isn't it part of the nightshade family?
What's a nightshade?
Well, I can't spell nightshade.
You
Nightshade
can't
is
spell nightshade?
no nightshade is. Who's to say it's spelled the same way as
I'm going to say it
nightshade?
probably is.
Nightshade is a type of plant. There's some real poisonous ones in there. I know onions and garlics are part of
Yes,
it.
onions. If you feed onions to a cat, it'll kill it. It'll have liver failure.
Yeah. All right, nightshade. Oh God. All right, so let's see.
Just say, is a potato a nightshade?
All right, the nightshades are a family of flowering plants that ranges from annual and let's say that perennial herbs to vines, and all kinds of shrubs. Blah blah blah, and that's it.
Nightshade is a family of plants that includes tomatoes, eggplant, potatoes, and peppers.
There you go.
you
Taters
go.
are on there.
All right.
You know what I typed in?
What?
It's potato and nightshade.
Didn't I just say type
Well,
it in?
yeah.
That's why you go to college.
I did not go. Well,
to
actually,
learn
I
how
did
to
go
type
college.
things in.
Right. So you're just smarter in general.
I did go to college.
All right. Actually, believe it or not, Adam was fucking killer at reading. That man could read to this, and then I go to read. I'm like, the cat jumped over the moon.
Well, it was a cow, not a cat.
Right.
Same thing.
No, it's not. But cows and cats are extremely different. I don't know where the fuck you grew up at.
Well,
but cats and cows are
but it is possible,
slightly different.
It is possible for a cat to be a cow.
Very true.
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna go, peeps, and we'll see you next week. I do believe I want to say this, but I don't want to say this. We're gonna have a guest on next week.
Hopefully.
Maybe he's he's what is it?
Non-committal?
Undecided?
Thank you.
He has not made a commitment, but he wants to come on.
Right. So I guess you'll see next week. So until then.
Later.